Hello and good day. Thank you for joining us at this Power Talk. My name is Sophie and I'm the product specialist here at SciMed, a member of PHC group. And today I'm happy to share with you the topic on how you can lower operational costs and achieve your sustainability goals with PHC BI's cold chain solutions. In other words, or as I would like to put this shortly, how do you stop burning money and how do you stop burning trees? To set the tone of this presentation, I would like to share with you first a quote by Chief Seattle. He famously said, "We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children." And with that, I would like to introduce to you first our PHC group. So who are we, or who am I from? PHC Group is a global network of healthcare companies in which SciMed is among one of them. And we are dedicated to providing and improving health through digital and precision technology. Since the founding of this company in 1969, we have been driving better health through solutions in diagnostics, life sciences, diabetes management, as well as healthcare IT. What else has PHC Group done? In terms of sustainability, I'm proud and honored to say that our participation in sustainability initiatives have allowed us to be selected as a constituent of the MSCI Japan, and we are ranked AA in the latest ESG ratings. As well as in September 2024, we were actually awarded the badge of sustainability commitment for EcoVadis. And all this information regarding our environmental information and our sustainability initiatives, you can find this through the CDB disclosure in 2024. Then who are you, listener? You are maybe pharma from biotech, maybe you're an operational manager or a decision maker, a leader in your organization. And thank you so much for listening to this presentation. I'm actually so proud for the pharma companies to have developed so much drug therapeutics throughout the years, beginning with aspirin, penicillin, and now we are all the way at the next gen biologics such as CAR-T, CGT, RNA therapies. But along your drug therapeutic development and your innovation, there is something that always walk along with you quietly and without making much of a fuss. Right? It is actually the reliance on stability cold chain solutions for your products. From aspirin and penicillin, which only need the ambient, we are now looking at more and more sophisticated drugs which require -80 and above. So where do we play a part in this? So what can PHC BI supply you? So here, I want to show you worldwide installations for vaccine storage during our COVID-19 period. Here you can see the installations of many of our cold storage solutions in Moderna, in Pfizer, throughout the world. We are known for our stability as well as our reliability in terms of cold storage solutions. But what about sustainability? Are we sustainable in providing this solution? First, I would like to share with you about a protocol in 1987, the Montreal Protocol. So what is this? If you have learned about hairsprays during your time in school, you will know that back then, hairsprays used to produce CFCs, which are reagents that can destroy the ozone layer. And there are many reagents that can also put a part into the ozone destruction. So the Montreal Protocol was established to do two key things. First, it is to have a global agreement to phase out ozone depleting substances such as CFCs and HCFCs, and about 100 more. Secondly, it is to have the global organization institute governments to develop an eco-friendly shift, such as adopting of hydrocarbon refrigerants, propane, isopropane. And aside from that, there is an increasing amount of environmental responsibility that pharma has to provide, such as now you have to consider carbon footprint reduction, sustainable cold chain management, water stewardship, waste and hazardous management, as well as biodiversity and the environmental impact of your products. So while you are developing the next big thing, the next drug therapeutic, you have to consider the environmental responsibility. And we understand that it is not easy to find the right balance. How do you balance sustainability with reliability, sample integrity, security, and operational costs? PHCBI can have the solution to balance both. From our days in Sanyo, starting from 1966, this is when we developed the first Sanyo pharmacy refrigerator. At the point in time, our considerations were more on stability. And as we developed along the years, in 1995, we won an EPA award for a product with no CFCs. And in 1999, we introduced a new insulation technology known as the VIP insulation in ultra-low freezers, and which is found now among many freezers and minus 80 freezers seen throughout the world. And in 2017, we were actually awarded number 1 in the Energy Star listing for our VIP Eco ultra-low temperature freezer. So as you develop your drug therapeutics, we are also developing our sustainability products, initiatives, and also we are providing a better solution for pharma companies like you. This is just an example of a short few products that we have from our cold chain solution. From the days of Sanyo in 1980s, this I believe is a U71, all the way to now 2024, a huge change has been made. In the days of 1980s and 1990s, we are considering reliability and stability. But since 2010s, we have moved into the hydrocarbon era, right, which is the green initiative. And in 2024, we have actually launched the VIP Eco Smart, which at this point is actually one of the lowest energy consumption freezers in the market at only 5.4 kilowatt hour per day. So what does 5.4 kilowatt hour per day looks like? Oh, does anyone know? Now, something I post to my live audiences is what is $1 Singapore dollar conversion rate to Malaysian ringgit. So many of them know it is around 3.2 or 3.1. So this answer is in their heads immediately. But what exactly does 1 kilowatt hour look like? So I will give you 4 examples through some infographics, and you can choose any of these to remember as reference. So first we have 40 minutes of continuous usage of your hairdryer, or 10 hours on a stationary bike at your gym, or 1 hour full load on the washing machine, or 1 hour of your microwave. So any of this you can choose to remember as reference of what 1 kilowatt hour look like. So in terms of 5.4 kilowatt hour, what does this look like? What change and what impact is this making? So with this information over here, this is a conversion of a conventional freezer, taking at an average of 20 kilowatt hour per day and switching it over to a 5.4 kilowatt hour per day freezer. So what impact are you looking at with just one freezer change? For every PHCBI equal ultra low freezer purchased over the use of 5 years, you will actually offset CO2 or greenhouse emissions from 1.5 thousand trash bags of waste recycled rather than landfill, or you can charge 1.45 million smartphones, or power a 4-room HDB flat for 6.2 years, or power 15.8 electrical powered vehicles driven for 1 year, or have the energy to supply 300 seedlings or 296 seedlings grown for 10 years. This is just the change of one freezer from a conventional 20 kilowatt hour per day freezer to a 5.4 kilowatt hour per day freezer. So some of you may be wondering, where is the magic word, which is money? How much are you saving, and what this savings actually mean when you convert? We were actually invited, and we had the honor to actually conduct an energy audit at one of the academic institutes in Singapore just over the past 2 years. And this exercise, we replaced just slightly below 200 freezers, which are 10 years old and older. So with this, how much savings are we providing? Over here, this is the data of just 4 buildings out of the many buildings they have. And we're actually looking at a savings of 51,000 per annum, which is about $1,000 per freezer. So with that, we've actually balanced out sustainability in your concern for cold chain solutions. But what about reliability? What about sample integrity? What about stability, operational costs? What solution can we provide to you that can balance this out? And today, I'm happy to share with you a new launch of our -80 freezers, which is the Twin Guard Eco. Now, it comes with natural refrigerants. This is our new series of -80 freezers, and with the two features that can support this. First feature is this Eco feature. It comes with the new inverter compressor, which contains energy efficient natural refrigerants. And this has resulted in the freezer to consume only about 7.3 kilowatt hour per day. This is actually a 57% reduction in energy consumption in comparison to our previous model, the 702 VX. And with stability and reliability, how do we produce this? This is actually produced by having the feature of twin cooling, which is in the name Twin Guard. What the name means is that it has actually 2 compressors, 2 independent compressors, in which, in the unfortunate case where one compressor fails, the other compressor can support the freezer at about -70 degrees. So you can still have sample stability while one compressor has failed. So with the combination of these 2 features, we are able to produce to you a reduced risk of sample loss, and we've also done a reduced environmental impact with this product. And I'm also happy to say that with this new series, the Twin Guard Eco, it comes in 3 sizes: the 703 VXH, 503 VXH, as well as the 303 VXH. Of course, there will be more information upcoming. This will be launched in the later year of 2025 or early 2026. But if you want to know more, please contact your sales representatives who are with you right now. And with that, I would like to share one last thing. I hope you find this information useful as much as I've enjoyed doing research for this. But me, as a product specialist, many times when I share about a product, people will ask me firsthand, how much does this cost? But I hope that you can change your question and change your thought and ask the first question, how green is this product? Or how many kilowatt hour is this consuming? And with that, I would like to conclude this presentation. Thank you.